All right, good people of Earth. Hopefully, we'll be okay for the last couple of games.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
But we're back.
Like welcome back, Cotter. Like it should be like
back, welcome back. Welcome back.
Should definitely be. We should have our own like intro song or something.
I agree. Is it bad that I only associate "Welcome Back" with Mace, the rapper?
I mean,
when he came back to rap, that was one of the songs they did. They used that sample.
Yeah. Didn't he become a preacher?
He did.
Like, didn't he go and do? Yeah.
He did, and then he made it back
to music.
Well, specifically hip hop.
Well, that's still music.
I don't think he ever left music.
Oh, well, yeah.
But he did leave rap.
He did leave rap. Okay.
See
All
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, no, I get it. Minor details. Minor details. So here we are, game 5. Who do we have on these pairs? We have Waldorf University and Lindenwood University on 39 and 40. Great shot from Lindenwood's anchor bowler. That would be Merlina San Nicolas Lavia from Mexico City, Mexico?
Yes, Mina. You can say Mina as
Mina?
well.
Oh, okay.
Just one of those things I do know.
See, that's why I feel like you should be doing these lineups because you know these girls.
No, we gotta
a little bit.
We gotta get you. We gotta get you acclimated. We gotta get you acclimated.
And on 41 and 2, we have Newman University and Hastings College. And as Billy Murphy was walking over to me to hand me the lineup, he said, "I want you to know, I had one of my girls write it, so you can read it."
He's already removed blame.
He's like, on a silver platter, I didn't write it, so you can read it.
He has taken it out of his hands. So if it's not clear,
it is not his fault.
It's not his fault.
It's pretty clear, though. You can tell a girl wrote it. Although I do know some boys who have better handwriting than girls anyway. But, yeah.
What we have?
Who do we have? With Newman, a lot of Kansas bowlers. It's kind of exciting to see them bowling so well. But Wichita is obviously such a big area for high school bowling, and it's kind of nice to see the girls have this opportunity. But Leanne Vassbender from Orlando, Florida leads Newman's team in the number 1 position. Carly Sullivan from Topeka. Madison Douglas, Brittany McGee, Casey Collins running out the top 5, all from Wichita. I'm wondering if they all went to the same high school or close to it.
Let's find out.
Let's find out. And Hastings College, lane 42. Cassandra Ralston from Sheridan, Wyoming. Kayla Lamar from Fort Collins, Colorado. Jordan Goodwin, Grand Junction, Colorado. Brittany Pospisil from Creighton, Nebraska. And Logan Schilling from Columbus, Nebraska in their anchor position with Newman on 41 and 2. And as we're looking up Newman's roster, let's see.
Which players did you say?
Madison Douglas, Brittany McGee, and Casey Collins. Casey Goddard High School.
Maddie Douglas from Eisenhower. We talked about the Herzbergs earlier.
Okay, yeah. It's been going to Newman while Addie is at Wichita.
Yeah, and then why can't I think of the third Herzberg sister?
I feel like it's an A as well.
It is. It's not Ashley though.
Is it? It's not Allison. No. It is, and it's not like a. It's not like a.
It's in the bottom.
Super common. I know you're talking. She bowled for Wichita too, though.
She did.
Yeah. So
Brittany
Brittany went to. Oh, they all 3 went to different high schools.
Yep.
That is impressive. And then for Waldorf, let's go over 30-40. Waldorf University, Olivia Kubis from Winona, Minnesota. Zoe Chapewski. Is it close? Hopefully. Rochester, Minnesota. Mara Schmitz from Faribault, Minnesota. Rachel Dolan from Andover, Minnesota. And rounding out their lineup in the anchor position, Leanne Helgevold from Osceola, Iowa. like that's the second girl we've had from Osceola, Iowa.
Waldorf is in the state of Iowa, in Forest City.
Okay.
And in relation to where we are here in Davenport.
It's got to be close. I feel like you wouldn't be saying that if it wasn't.
Well, I am curious. These are the kind of things where it's information that you can put into your
My
bank,
knowledge.
your memory bank, if you will.
Not too far. Oh, that actually a little bit of a drive.
Amount. Yeah, just under 4 hours.
Last but not least, we have your alma mater, Lindenwood.
Indeed.
You want to take a stab at
Sure.
that lineup?
That is Renata Martinez, Serenity Quintero, Margie Gish, Brittany Schwartz, and you mentioned Mina San Nicolas earlier, with Courtney Shaw, Sarah Maxson, and Ruby Oldham. Surprised we haven't seen Mrs. Gish, who is the mom of Margie. She often pops into the chat when Linda is on, so if she is in the building.
Maybe
Aspen.
No, I thought. Oh, Aspen, Addie.
And
No, Aspen is.
oh wait, no, that's not.
No, Aspen bowls for
Right, Aspen's for
Newman. Addie bowls for Wichita, and their other sister bowled for Wichita already, but I don't know what her name is. They did a really cool little interview with them, too, that I saw recently on Facebook. We're going to track this information down. Because I thought they were all there at different times, too. Or did two of them bowl at the same time? Senior, freshman, maybe?
I believe. I thought they just missed one another, but you could be right. They may have been 1 year of overlap. Although I don't think that there were. There was. Sorry, I know where to go. While we figure that part out.
Yes.
Oh, how about that? There it is. Looks like
Ashlyn. You did say Ashley.
I
you knew
thought
it wasn't Ashley, but
I thought it was Ashlyn.
close.
I thought that was it.
shout out to Brittany and 13 for giving us that information.
Gish is in the building. Appreciate everyone. Checking in. Sounds like Mrs. Gish might be in the building.
Jeff Gish, that is a very important thing. I'm not going to lie. Feeding the girls, you got to keep them happy. So I'm sure they appreciate you guys doing that. All right. So we are just now getting standings after Game 4. Wichita still leading at 39-52. So they are 48 under after 4. Followed by St. Xavier still in second, 39-22. So 30-pin lead right now for Wichita. Mount Mercy moving from 4th to 3rd, 38-68. Lindenwood, a little bit of a move from 7th to 4th at 38-55. Top 5 rounded out with Midland University at 38-42. And 6th place St. Francis at 37-99. They were in 11th to 6th. Pretty good move that game for them. 7th, Robert Morris University, Illinois, 37-71. 8th, Grandview University at 37-65. St. Ambrose University, 37-47 in 9th. And rounding out the top 10, Kansas Wesleyan, 97. Made a little bit of a jump from 12th to 10th. So now we're starting to see some of the schools really start to settle in. Game 5 right now. Looks like they are entering the 4th frame. Pretty good start for Newman overall. A couple holes with some splits, but other than that, they are clean over here on 42. Why, thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Sorry, guys. We are trying to make this as smooth as possible for everybody.
Well, we've reached a point to where we just want to be able to finish this. Just want to get today done and
send us all your good vibes.
Figure out what we potentially could do to help our situation after we are done here.
Yes, definitely.
The good news is that I'll be here for a few hours uploading some files.
Would you like me to bring you something to eat or drink?
No,
you sure?
To get the good folks something to watch via the archive. Nonetheless, from the standings perspective.
So a few changes, obviously, some jumps. Definitely are seeing Wichita obviously staying up there. I think they may have struggled that last game, but
yeah, you're right. I mean, St. Xavier is really, pushing to the limit, if you will, and
definitely
trying to overcome and move up to or over to Wichita State at this point. Mount Mercy, Lindenwood, as you mentioned, big moves by especially Lindenwood. Midland made a big move, as you also talked about as well. I just saw actually Bill Holbrook when I went down to speak with Shane, and he mentioned they had been close, meaning 950, 960, 970. They'd have one kind of struggle, one subpar game in the first couple, and so hadn't really gotten to their stride as of yet. But top 5 right now will certainly be something you take at this moment in time.
it's amazing how fast it can change, though, honestly. You get that one game, you pop off that one game, and it can really carry you into the final game or two of the tournament to put you in a good position for tomorrow. Get your spirits high, coming in the next day and starting off strong, and hopefully learning from how you started the day before to understand how you should start day 2 and what changes you should make. So it'll be interesting to see if the teams that struggled on day 1, if they maybe play the lanes a little differently, maybe different ball choices, something like that. Take what they learned from today and make it better.
And of course, with Baker, you're getting the breakdown transition may be a bit different because there's less shots overall in a 4-game set. So, of course, 5 players, 2 games apiece. We're talking, 2 shots apiece, 2 frames apiece. It could be a bit of a different transition, but again, how they start on the fresh ultimately could dictate what we see later on in the block. I feel like this pattern is remaining or staying up. It's
absolutely
doing well.
Definitely are going to see, I think, a slower transition tomorrow for Baker. Obviously, less balls going down the lane, less shots overall. So Definitely going to see a little slower transition. You'll probably see, the girls that played it the correct way to start playing right, you're going to see them probably stay there a little longer because they're going to have less balls. So that would be if I could look into my crystal ball, that's what I would see for tomorrow. Newman still clean except for those two splits, but about to start the back half of the game. Lindenwood's number 2 bowler has 3 in a row. Serenity. Little turkey going into the 5th frame. So we shall see as she steps up in frame 5 right now to see if she can continue that little string she has going. All right. Here she goes.
Nice shot. An excellent shot there from
Sandra Ralston, their leadoff bowler. Yes. Struggled a bit the first few frames of this game, so hopefully she's settled in a little bit.
I think that shot was pretty indicative of where the pattern holding up still. And she was still fairly right.
Okay. I couldn't quite see it from my angle, but clearly you can. A couple lefties on Newman's team, it looks like. Their leadoff bowler, Leanne Vassbender from Orlando. Oh, and an unfortunate 4-6 for Kayla Lamar on Hastings College's team, number 2 bowler.
On a shot that didn't look that bad.
Yeah, she looked very frustrated by that.
Yeah, that's one of those shots where you say, okay, I threw it well, I hit where I wanted to hit, and I still didn't get the desired result. In fact, I got something worse than what I originally anticipated. So, if you throw it good, Caleb thinks she really threw that one well, then some type of move would have to be made. Certainly the next time she's on the right lane, a couple frames from now.
Definitely. Great shot there by Margie Gish for Lindenwood. Great shot. 10 back. Brittany steps up with a double. Let's see if she can make it 3. Almost got that break. Nice.
I haven't seen where each player from Lindenwood is playing at the moment, but you can see where Brittany was playing. They've at least she has, but she's moved in.
Yes.
In comparison to some of the other shots, for example, Hastings still out playing right. So, at this moment in time, it looks like there could be a couple of places to play on comfort level.
I think playing in, though, is going to be a little touchy. Obviously, that shot, I don't know, had a little bit left off her hand, or maybe the speed was a bit slow, but obviously went high. And Brittany almost 4.9, and 4 obviously fell, but you definitely got to be careful when you're on 38 feet. It can be very speed sensitive.
Yeah, when you start out there, I feel like there's got to be, you can't make probably small moves, right, left. Theoretically, you'd like to be able to do that, but I feel like LU's made a couple of zone moves. We'll see if Mina is in the same particular area. Over on 39, by the way, the old 5-9-10.
Yeah, that's an interesting. Ooh, great shot from the anchor bowler,
Mina San Nicolas.
I will say, yeah, Is that the? That's actually not the 5. That was the 8, 9,
Is that the
10.
8?
That is the 8.
Oh.
Yeah. Those pins fell a little late. I saw the end of the shot and I saw the pins kind of crumble. But yeah, that was the 8, 9, 10 on 39. I would have given her $1 if she wanted to pick that up. It was interesting.
Okay, so you saw Mina's shot from LU. You saw Brittany's shot from LU. And they both look to be around 4th arrow.
Definitely. I think Mina had a little bit more speed on it. Obviously, and I think her ball pushed a little longer anyway. I don't know what ball either one of them are throwing, but it looked like from here, Mina's throwing maybe kinetic amethyst, just from the color and the pattern of the of the swirl, but I can't honestly tell. Brittany was throwing a pink widow. So I definitely think that the amethyst a little bit lower end ball than the pink widow, so she's probably got a little bit more push out of it. Not going to hook as soon. Although that was the ball I threw to get onto the show. Kinetic amethyst for the U.S. Open. Game 56.
Another strike for
long week.
Leanne, junior from Osceola. Anchoring this Waldorf squad at the moment. Waldorf on a bit of a good start. They've a couple of open frames as LU looking to restart. The engine on lane 39 and the old now 9-10.
Oof.
So this could be some tough leads on lane 39.
This could get a little uglier as we go, but overall, you know, got to get as many pins as you can.
If you are just joining us, this is the 2019 Leatherneck Classic, the women's division, varsity teams here. 34 teams here at the Leatherneck here at Big River Bowl, Davenport, Iowa, inside a 48-lane center. We appreciate you tuning in today. My name is Emil Williams Jr. I am joined by Shannon Sellens. We're here with you, of course, today and tomorrow. Tomorrow will be 16 Baker games. I believe competition set to start at approximately 8 a.m. Central, 9 a.m. Eastern. We'll get through 16 Baker, then the top 8 teams will advance to bracket play. And then it'll go 1 versus 8, 2 versus 7, 3 versus 6, 4 versus 5. That'll be your first round. Obviously, winners will advance to the semifinals.
Losers are out at that point, I'm assuming?
Single elimination.
Okay.
And we'll crown a champion of the event in the finals tomorrow afternoon. But first things first, we've got a long way to go. We've got about a game and some change certainly left to see where teams will be positioned when they come into the building tomorrow. Or they have to work to either get into the lead, get to the top 8.
What's your favorite format, Emil?
That's a good question. Probably. I don't know if I have a favorite.
Okay.
Honestly. I'm a. Yeah, just tell me what we got to do.
Match game's still all Baker?
Match games was the opposite back in the day.
No, it was Baker when I was there.
Was it?
Yeah. It was like one of the only all Baker tournaments.
Way.
Yes, sir.
No way.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't that way a couple years after that.
They made some changes. I love Baker format is my favorite. I would every tournament I wish could be Baker.
No way.
Yes.
No way. Because when I bowled it, it was I don't know if it's the same. I have to check the format, but it was all traditional games. There was no Baker. Actually.
It was Baker when I was there. When I was in Wichita, it was Baker. Because I remember bowling it my second year, and I remember it was such a. I love that tournament actually, but and it was at a center that's no longer open, obviously, in St. Louis. But yeah, it was Baker. I love the Baker format though, as I've said before.
Oh, I do too.
Baker format is so much fun.
I guess if maybe I was thinking of tournament format. So if I had a mixture of team games, Baker, or a bracket or something, but I had to choose between team match games or traditional team games or something else.
Definitely.
For sure. Baker is, to me, it's the, you mentioned it earlier, it's the ultimate team
Definitely.
format where everyone has to be paying attention, has to be involved because, sometimes you lose your look pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, and you can't have a couple bad frames like you can in a traditional game and your teammates pick you up and a couple of them double behind you. It's, you two bad frames in a Baker game and it's 20% of your game.
And if you're in a match play situation, that's probably a loss, to be quite honest. So you're limited in a sense. So everyone has to be all in all the time.
Yeah.
In Baker, because if you're on the bench, your number probably will be called
at some point.
And you have to be ready. You have to be to what's happening on the lane. So hopefully by that time you probably maybe got a fill shot or two to kind of get an idea. A lot of times you're going to come in cold.
Absolutely. It is imperative to be paying attention in Baker format to where if you are called, sometimes it's your only shot too. You come in and you strike and you could be put in. If you don't, you could be sitting the bench the rest of the day.
or maybe still be put in. Sometimes your shot could just be that egregious where you say, well, you're going in anyway. So
well, true.
Let's figure this thing out.
Yours is not as bad as what it has, as someone else's has been. So we're going to take the lesser of two evils at this point. It could be that way, I guess, as well. Yeah.
It's happened. I've seen it happen. I probably have been part of it, honestly. I think I won't say I've seen everything in college bowling. Nice shot again by Leanne. Well, she's really carrying the team right now. Double, spare, double.
She's got him on her back right now, definitely.
For Leanne Heldsbold and Waldorf University, as the two teams make the switch on 39 and 40. Yeah, I've seen, I'm sure you've seen it, but the good, the bad.
The really bad.
The really bad. The really bad that you have 6 a.m. practices next day.
Yeah. We had a lot of reps. I remember one time in particular, and I don't remember what tournament it was. It could have been South Bend. Could have been. I'm trying to think. But we did something really just dumb while we were bowling. I don't remember exactly what it was, and Coach Lewis had us run it before we bowled. It was, don't do that again. Nope. Oh.
Thanks to head coach of Hastings alerting us that there was a substitution made in the Hastings lineup. Caitlin Crowless now in the lineup and in the anchor position for Logan Schilling. So finish your story.
Oh no, we did like reps and we were running before we started or on a break or something. It was bad, but I did hear not too long after I was gone that they left Coach Lewis. Like the bus took off without him at one point, and then he really made them do some reps, I believe. He was not a happy camper. I did not. That was not my team because we would never do that to Coach Lewis. But
that was fairly recent.
Yeah, I believe so. Holly was actually telling me that, the head coach of the women's team.
Fairly about 3, maybe 2 seasons ago, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. This will be interesting. For some reason, I didn't think you could sub in the middle of a game. I don't know why I thought that. I thought it could only be like a fill until the next game, but
you could sub.
But like once they're in, correct?
You only sub once per person.
Got it.
Or per lineup
game?
change. So if you have 3 on the bench, you can sub 3 times.
Got it. But once they're in, correct?
Once they're in, they are
Okay.
in. Yes.
All right. We'll see how that fares for them going into the second half of this game.
I told you, I've been a part and seen just about. I have made substitutions as a coach in the middle of a game. Yes, I have.
I've done that on the high school side because I just couldn't see another missed spare to save my life. So I was like, all right, we got to make a change here. It's kind of like it when you're, lesser of two evils. You've only missed 3 spares as opposed to the 7 that the other kids missed. Okay, great. You're going to go in because you've missed less spares.
Hello to the Bass Bender family, too, by the way. Tuning in and watching Newman and, of course, Leanne. Thank you for watching and staying with us through some difficulty, so we appreciate that. Chris, it's a good question. I'm not sure anyone has asked it, and we haven't touched on it, but we can now. Chris asked, at this point in time, Shannon, perhaps how many events might she be bowling next year on tour?
How many events? Right now, I actually have to relook at the schedule. I haven't I looked at it really briefly whenever it first came out. Obviously, I'm going to hit the majors. I'll hit the Queens for sure. The U.S.
She
Open.
loves majors.
I do love the majors. So it's a marathon, not a sprint. I love it. I do love the longer formats. I definitely will hit the U.S. Open if I'm invited back. I think it's in Dallas this year, which, I hope I get invited back after finishing top 5, but we'll see. And then I usually look to a couple more, depending on how the schedule falls, and we kind of go from there. Freedom in my schedule, which is nice, but I still like to be very present for my day job. So sometimes it's tough to be gone for multiple weeks in a row. So we'll see how it plays, but I definitely will be out there, Chris, bowling some stops. I'm just not 100% certain of which ones at this point. But I think I'm definitely going to try and hit Rockford. I feel like I need to go back to the Cherry Bowl. Maybe the magic can be recreated.
That'd be cool.
All right. I think it would be. I'll be like, all right, you've been good to me. Can you be good to me again? It's like I want to pet it for good luck. I'm going to pet the side of the building.
Joanne Portwood checking in. And Joanne said one of the Wichita State girls left a bowling ball in the lanes after an event. Girls, she believes, did a couple of laps around the outside of the bowling center.
That does not shock me. Per Coach Lewis, too. And because of Coach Lewis, I make my kids do whatever they do that are not so good. Now, I had to do reps because I said some things I should not have said when I was in college. But my kids, when they miss spares, I make them do reps. We either tell them they're going to be the best spare shooting team or the most athletic team. One way or the other, there's going to be a win in here for all these reps you're going to do. You're going to learn not to miss spares, or you're going to have really strong abs or legs.
Yeah, push-ups became a hot commodity later in my time at LU.
Yeah.
Not because I was missing a lot, but
because other people were.
As a team, just as a team, that became the go-to.
Yes.
For missing a single pin specifically.
I have the kids do a lot of jumping jacks and sit-ups. I feel like there's more ailments these days with the kids that I coach. So they have something going on, and so I'm like, okay, what can you do that's not going to hurt you? So they get to pick from a list of things, but they have to do something. There has to be something done as some sort of punishment for missing a gimme spare. I like to equate shooting a 10-pin or a 7-pin like shooting a free throw.
Hey.
Same distance
Did you
every
hear
time.
that from me before?
I have never heard that from you.
Wow.
Are we on the same wavelength?
My stance on single pins, and I missed my fair share in college.
Haven't we all?
Is single pins are just like free throws. You just don't miss them.
You just don't miss them. It is the same now, unless you're an NBA player. And Shaquille O'Neal, I don't think was that great of a free throw shooter.
No, Shaq always said he made free throws when he had to.
When he needed to?
When he needed to.
Okay. I mean, hey.
You can go with that theory,
if you'd like to.
collegiate bowling, but that generally probably won't get you in the lineup.
Probably not. No.
More times than not.
Word to the wise and all of the non-collegiate bowlers listening, if you're a high school bowler, the more spares you make, the higher your chances are, or the greater your chances are, I should say, of starting and bowling as much as possible. Make your spares, kids.
From Leanne Fassbender for Newman.
She's bowling well this game. This is good.
Newman entered the 8th frame with that shot, as did Hastings. And both teams kind of around the same scoring pace at the moment. Are you surprised at all, or maybe not surprised by the scoring pace after 4 games with, with Wichita State, at 39-52, so no one plus at this point?
I'm a little shocked. Not gonna lie. It's weird for me because when I was in school, you look to the girls that were in college at that time. Girls like Jen Higgins. At the time, it was Jennifer Petrick, Shannon Blahowski. There were some very strong female bowlers and very strong teams. I think the scoring pace was a little higher, if I remember back. I am a little shocked at the fact that no one is plus right now. I'm not going to lie. This pattern seems very playable. Definitely, I think if you start in the right part of the lane, I think if you started too far left, you're going to run into trouble very early, which I think we've seen a lot from the teams that are not in the top 10 or even, say, 15. But I definitely, I think I expected a little bit more. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, open frame there for Lindenwood.
Oh, nice break.
She is carrying this team. 4-bagger for Leanne. Helvold? Is that how you're saying her name?
I think so.
Okay, from Waldorf. 4 in a row. They're about to start the game on 39-40. Newman and Hastings midway through the 8th. Chris, I'll work on that. Some baseball analogies. My heart's a little hurt.
Chris is a baseball.
My heart's a little hurt,
I
though,
think it's fair to
the
call
last
him
few
a
years for
fanatic.
baseball. After my Royals won the World Series and then dismantled the team, I was...
Gets pulled to Major League.
I know. But then we got, a bright spot with the Chiefs, so get a few years of that. Hopefully this new owner of the Royals will put some money back into the team and get them going in the right direction, and we'll see. But I will work on my baseball analogies, Chris. I definitely will. What do we got here?
Renata Martinez strike in the 9th frame, so she can get to 206. Serenity was an All-American last year. The strike would put her in the possibility to get to the 230s. It could be a high game brewing potentially for LU. Right now, 97 pins in the lead.
Still very much. That was a great shot. Great shot.
And it looks like the entire team has made that jump. I don't know
left.
when they made it, of course, but just looking at the contrast of what Lindenwood is doing and then some of the teams around them, they look to be the team kind of in the area. And so, nice spare. 4 or 5 is very difficult. Aaron Smith would be very proud of what just happened for Waldorf in the top of their lineup with Olivia Kubis.
Great shot again.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we talked about a particular place to play or an area of the lane, a particular pattern, but every now and then it's okay to say, all right, what are we good at as a team?
True.
And can we make something happen that we're good at and no one else is doing?
Very true. More often than not, I feel like there are a couple different spots you can usually play on most patterns. And when you have a team that has versatility, you obviously can get in when nobody else is. If you have a team that can play straight when no one else can, obviously that's to your advantage as well. And obviously the same thing on tour. It's beneficial to be able to do multiple things. It's great to practice the one thing you're really good at, but then also the things that also come in handy, a B, a C, a D game. And I remember specifically in 2015 bowling at Carolier for the U.S. Open. We were in the cashers round and trying to make match play, and everybody was left. We kept having to go left. It was a really short pattern that year, and we couldn't play right any longer, or so we thought, I should say, until Corey Hoffman actually had come up to me and said to me, Liz has just moved back right, playing up the gutter. And I did it in games 7 and 8 of the cashers round, so it would have been 31 and 32 of the overall tournament. And honestly, I missed the cut by 3. I threw like the front 6 in one of the games, so he put me in a position really in an area that I wouldn't have thought to really go back to that point at that time, just because I was seeing the way positioning. But I did something that not a lot of other people would have done and could do. And it worked out in my favor, or I thought it was going to work out in my favor, and I put myself in a position to get there, and unfortunately some mistakes early in the tournament kind of cost me overall, but when you can do that and you can play a part of the lane that nobody else is, it helps. It's very beneficial.
Versatility, extremely key within our sport, certainly not just college bowling. That's a nice aggressive shot and a 4-pin, unfortunately, for Newman's Carly Sullivan.
So it looks like Lindenwood has put themselves in a really good position going into this 10th frame. Every bowler has struck in the 9th frame. Their anchor has 3 in a row right now, and their third bowler, Margie Gish, has a double, but everybody has struck. So this could potentially be a really good finish for them if they stay aggressive.
Speaking of staying aggressive, can Leanne Henvold stay aggressive? She can. High flush
back
for Leanne, and she has potentially got a date with a game of 267.
She's carrying this team right now. They are on her shoulders going into this 10th frame.
We'll see how Lindenwood will play things here. It's,
Madison stepping up right now for Lindenwood in the 9th frame. She's a solid, clean game going through 8.
Nicely done.
Great shot from Madison Douglas.
That's a move left. I'm not saying she just moved left, but in comparison to what we're seeing, still feeding the ball to the right port. I mean, that thing was probably at, I don't know, still 7, 8 down lane, but with her feet opening the angles where, Lindenwood has made the complete zone change left.
Yes.
2 zones, really, and are in the middle part of the lane and somehow using enough hold with whether it's hand position, equipment choice.
I think it's definitely, from what I'm seeing, it's definitely important not to feed the ball right early. I don't think you're going to get the result you want if you're doing that, but speed is definitely a factor right now, and really feeding it to the spot, mid lane, little past mid lane, to let it roll, let it tip and roll at the right spot is very important. And the girls that are scoring right now, I think, are really seeing that and understanding it. Lindenwood, 186 for the first bowler.
Renata Martinez.
Clean game, too. She just split in the middle, but just couldn't get a double, it looks like. Can't really be too upset about a game. Takes you into the last game of the day and keep that nice, strong look.
Serenity Quintero will step up here. A chance to get it to the 230s. A double would give her that opportunity, being 2 and 10. Again, with everyone else below her, either on a double, a strike, or a 3-bagger. Still an opportunity here. So first things first.
Got to get this first one. Push. Great shot.
Wow.
She is locked in.
I was just kind of set.
Yeah.
That looked like it was going to get down lane and make an abrupt turn left. Instead, it did the opposite. It kind of set almost the old hook stop, if you will.
I did not think that it was as aggressive as I'd seen her throw other shots, but it's a little bit of luck and gods were on her side, I think, that shot. But let's see if she can double up in the 10th. St. Francis' anchor bowler on 43 and 4. 230. It was a great game.
Don't forget, folks, Game 6. So coming up next, we will be giving away a Bowl TV collegiate T-shirt. Of course, courtesy of us here at Bowl TV.
Mila's already said I cannot win it, so.
I mean, you used to could potentially.
I used to could. You're right. You're right.
But now that you're
behind the booth and not in front of it,
be hanging out, then you can't. you can't win.
All right.
I mean, you can press the button to submit your
Can
entry.
I?
But if your
You're
name
gonna throw it
happens
away?
to come up, we're just going to do it again.
You're going to be like, nope.
We're just
Not really
going to
sure
do
what
it
that's
again.
about. How'd that one get through here? Tell us, I am impressed right now with some of the things that I'm seeing from the periscopes.
Yeah.
I've that before. I'm quite impressed. These parents are pretty genius
Those are
right now.
staples.
Are they like homemade?
Most of them.
Wow.
I'm actually surprised that someone hasn't just, I don't know.
We're gonna patent this.
Get the patent.
Keep
right.
talking. We're patenting it
Well,
right now. Nobody's taking it from us. We're gonna do this.
Patent
Emil.
that idea. Created and sold.
I am too. I saw somebody have it at first, and I didn't realize what it was. And then I was like, oh, that is what that is. I feel like we need to come up with our own line of seating from these step stools. And also our own periscope line. Right, so Margie Gish is stepping up for Lindenwood in the 10th frame. She's on a double right now. Oof, great shot. Leaves the 10 pin, unfortunately. Shoot 194 if she spares it and strikes, but still a strong game. She had a couple opens that give me spares, but let's hope she can finish strong. Hastings and Newman both starting the 10th frame right now. We will see.
That was a wrap 10 for Gish, right?
Yeah, it was a great shot. It really was a great shot. I think she thought at it. So.
Were you much of a run-out type of player as a collegiate bowler?
I was not, actually. I was pretty reserved. And not that I'm not reserved now. It's funny. I feel like my bowling personality does not match my everyday personality. When I bowl, I'm very much like tunnel vision. I'm very focused on like what I'm doing. But I don't get very animated. And I think now I'm a little bit more animated. In fact, my boss was watching the U.S. Open show and said to me, "You didn't smile very much." I said, "That's because I didn't strike very much." But no, I don't know. I'm very much like, I think in my own head whenever I'm bowling. And I don't really run out a lot of shots. I might step out a few shots, but I don't really get too animated while I'm bowling. I don't really know what that is. I think it's just to keep like everything in check and not get my emotions going one way or the other too much, so that I can still focus and not have to come back to a level while I'm bowling, especially if I need to throw a double or something like that. So, but I've never been overly animated while I bowl. Now, in real life, I'm very animated, actually.
We're on 39 and 40 now, so we ask the others for their info.
All right, so another, looks like 190 for Lindenwood for Margie. See what she can get. What did I miss? I totally missed something.
That field ball never got right of like 25.
Oh. Was that 3 off the left?
No, she got 7.
Oh, okay.
But that was the best 7 I've ever seen.
Hey, we've said we need a little bit of luck in this game, so okay.
Well, Leanne leaves a 6-10, so a string ended.
Still a great game, though.
Absolutely.
240 if she spares and strikes.
Meanwhile,
which her team needed for sure.
LU, Brittany Stewart, strike first shot in the 10th frame. Uh-oh, hold on.
Ouch. Still a good game, but ooh, those pins in the 10th are just extra. They are, I try to tell my kids, not throw the ball in the gutter after a spare. Don't throw the ball in the gutter after a spare. And in the 10th frame, if you spare or strike, you get extra pins just because. It's always important. So it's frustrating.
Yeah, she looked like she may have stuck or did something the
foul line.
The left side of the, maybe near the, when you're shooting at a cross lane. For example, she was shooting cross lane at a 610, and you see it on both sides where there could be a bit of something on the approach in those respective areas, whether it's dust sometimes, that area of the lane or approach generally doesn't get that much traffic on a reasonable basis. So
very true. So Mina is stepping up for Linden on a turkey, potentially having her team go plus if she can throw all 3 in the 10th. So we shall see. Can get to 220 as well if she strikes out. So let's see what Mina can do.
Looks like men's competition has wrapped up for the day at Highland Park Bowl. And Mina St. Nicholas puts another 10 on the board. That's 4 in a row for Mina and Lindenwood. And speaking of strings, make that 3 in a row now for Newman's. Madison Douglas and Newman with a nice game going here, as is Hastings.
Absolutely.
To be quite honest, Hastings not going to catch Newman in that regard. I don't think anyway.
No.
Another high flush strike, 191.
Unless you have a lot of help, but no, I think they're far enough back right now, but still solid game if they can finish out this 10th frame. Their 4th and 5th bowlers from Hastings. Unfortunately, they were both split in the 9th, but can add 60 pins to their total if they both strike out. Great game for Linden. Going plus at least. All right. Last shot of the game for Lindenwood. 213 for 10:02. It looks like.
Yep.
Plus is plus. I tell you what, every pin matters.
Especially where there haven't been a lot of games that have been either even or plus.
True.
So the teams, I'd imagine at this point, who have at least one on the board today are either. Wow, what a terrible break. What a terrible break. Stop me mid-sentence. Now that's a kind of the level of difficulty is increased with that 4-5.
Absolutely. Now, would you throw a spare ball at a 4-5, or would you throw?
I would say when I was a very good spare shooter.
So before that tournament that you said?
Yes.
I'm just joking.
No, yes. No. That was the college, or I'm sorry. Spare shooting was the best part of my game.
Wasn't the best part of your game?
No, it was.
Oh, okay.
It was. You mentioned earlier. Yeah, if you make spares, you're generally going to be in the lineup.
Absolutely.
And my freshman year, that was the only reason why I was in the lineup. Because I didn't hook it a lot. I was a very, down and in type of player, straight player.
Mm-hmm.
And so I talked about moving left was always a weakness in the game.
I mean, straight is great, Emil.
Yes, it was. I still agree that, yes, I would always go with that statement, certainly as a straighter player. But so not having the knowledge and skill level at that particular time to get left was necessary. If I could leave something makeable, then I was going to remain in the lineup because I was going to make it.
Okay.
And so if I could fill frames, especially in Baker, because that's all you're looking for. If you can fill frames, then you're in. And I was in for most of the time. So I would say, what was your question?
Would you throw a spare ball at a 4-5?
Sorry. Good Lord.
Let's circle back around here. We're going to circle back around.
That was a detour. I told you they were doing construction.
That was like
I was going to
say, that was like an I-80 to I-74 detour.
Sorry.
That's okay. Normally I detour like that.
Well, I had to set it up.
Okay, I'm going to give you that.
But I would have thrown my spare ball at a 4-5.
I would still throw my spare ball at a 4-5 today. Usually see, I didn't strike a lot in college.
Me neither.
Because I got to the pocket a lot. But I wrapped 10 pin after 10 pin after 10 pin. So I had to be a good spare shooter. So then, when I got out of college and I dropped a 14-pound equipment, I started striking more.
Really?
Yes.
Case Collins finishing things up for Newman. 180?
I think so. It takes a minute for them to clear out, but no, there's still a lot of people that are very surprised when they see me bowl that don't realize that I throw 14-pound equipment because my ball hits not like I throw 14-pound equipment at times.
I can't say, just based on watching the bowling balls go down the lane that, I would have guessed you threw 14 pounds.
My favorite, though, when it comes to ball weights is the first time that Josh Blanchard and Sean had to drill me a ball for tour on the truck. I just assumed everybody knew I threw 14-pound equipment. So
this sounds like a great story.
well, it's happened twice now. at the U.S. Open both times, actually. So we'll backtrack to when the U.S. Open was in Reno in 2012. It was my first national tournament back after taking a very long hiatus from national tournaments of that magnitude, I should say, the majors. My stepdad had passed away, and it was like the last year I was on staff with Ebonite, the first time. And I was a free agent, as you would say, and decided I won state all events for the Missouri State Tournament. And apparently I got a free entry to the U.S. Open, and I didn't know it. So they called me a couple weeks before the tournament and said, "Are you going to use this?" I said, "Oh, okay." So I decided to go bowl, and Chris Schlemmer had given me a ball after my qualifying rounds for the cashier's round, and I didn't think anything of it. I've been throwing 14-pound equipment now for about almost 10 years. And I'm like swinging the ball before we started practice, and I'm like, this feels really heavy. And so I said, Schlem, I said, what weight did you drill me? He said, 15. Why? He's like, what do you throw, 12? I was like, no, but I throw 14. And like I said, I just assumed everybody knew it. So that happened the first time. And then in Hartford, not the season, the season before, Josh and Sean were drilling me a ball, and it didn't occur to me to tell them that I didn't throw 15-pound equipment. So again, I'm swinging a ball, and I'm like, this feels real heavy. And I said, Josh, what did you drill me? He said, 15. Why? I said, oh, because I throw 14. I did, however, start out with the front five.
With that same ball?
With that same ball. So they make fun of me, both of them, Sean and Josh. They call it the man weight ball. It was a Rodman. I love the Rodman line. They make fun of me. And so when we talk about balls that I'm going to bring to tournaments, it's, you're going to bring the Rodman? Yeah, which one? The man weight or the non-man weight? But yeah, I had like the front five the first game. So they said, well, obviously it works. So, I've contemplated going back up in weight, but 14 kind of works for me. So I kind of like it. So we'll see. And in my older age, obviously, I have to be careful. I don't pull muscle.
Getting up there.
I know, right? I know. It's, gosh.
Pretty soon you'll be
I might be on senior events soon. Dang.
And you'll be also an opportunity to be inside the vault, which is opportunity where a channel on Bowl TV where all of our historical telecasts, for example, including Team USA, PWBA, World Team Challenge. There's also some intercollegiate team championship shows inside the vault as well. So potentially, maybe at some point, we'll throw in the collegiate PWBA collegiate double shows, of which Shannon Sellens is a part of, as she mentioned earlier today.
There is somebody that already does that. He's a YouTube channel. His name is John McLaughlin. That he likes to show that clip a lot, actually.
Well, it's a good clip.
It's a clip. It's not the whole thing, but it is.
It's a good clip.
And then I have friends that like to remind me of what I looked like in 2003. I'm like, oh, good. Thanks.
The latest release is the 1993 U.S. Amateur Women's Stepladder Finals, which features future PWBA Rookies of the Year and U.S. Women's Open champions, Tammy Turner and Liz Johnson.
I love Tammy Turner. Tammy Turner is by my female that, like, I want to watch her bowl all the time.
Absolutely.
I wish she would come back and bowl some tournaments. She's enjoying life in Florida right now.
That would be great, actually. She did.
She's so good. I love her. She's hilarious.
She was there, last year, right? U.S. Women's Open was in Orlando. Was at Boardwalk Bowl.
Yes.
She was there checking it in.
She was.
Checking in the action.
She's the best.
I do need to come up with, for context, Shannon asked me earlier which player or who's that player that you could just watch every single time out. Who's that one player you could literally just sit and watch throw at bowl? She mentioned Rick Steelsmith earlier. She just talked about Tammy Turner. I said Mike Fagan earlier, and I feel like I had a couple of players on the women's side, but why I can't think of it. One would be Rocio.
Rocio Restrepo,
Yes.
Wichita State alum.
Because of thing that Roe brings.
She is very energetic.
Not just the bowling part,
Yes.
just the physical game, but if she's throwing it well, then
Oh, yes.
you get to see a little more energy from Roe.
She gets into it, definitely. Definitely gets into it. A lot of the Colombian players, though, have their own little things that they do, I will say. But she definitely, of all of them that I know, probably the most animated, especially when she's throwing it well. Actually, just saw her last weekend at the tournament up in Buffalo, right outside Buffalo. She bowled
At the challenge?
at the Bud Light Challenge, yes. It's a great tournament. I love that tournament every year. So we are in game 6.
Here we are. We've got now all 4 teams competing. Who do we have?
We have on 39
missing.
Illinois State University, Iowa State on lane 40, Morningside College on 41, and Columbia College on 42. Looking at some lineups here in a moment.
We are going to give away a Bowl TV Collegiate t-shirt as well this game. I'll wait till Shannon returns. We'll get a couple lineups out there, and then we'll unleash the giveaway cannon. Some of the things that you've seen, of course, on the lanes, talked about lane play teams, but you see the banners that are hanging on the masking units, of course, down lane, and banners. And each of the year, of course, that year corresponds with the year that particular team won. Actually, on 39 and 40, it has the defending champion, St. Ambrose. That is their banner. To the right, over on 41 and 42, that is Morehead State, all the way back in 2003. So each year of the tournament, there is a banner that represents the champion. And pretty soon, actually, they are going to run out of space to put those banners in, if they're hanging one at a time. Now, obviously, you can hang multiple per masking unit, and so I'm sure probably that's what Sean will do when they get to that point. Do appreciate everyone hanging out, tuning in, and getting through some technical difficulties earlier. Want to thank Sean Walkner and Shane Kerr. Sean, the tournament director, and Shane doing a heck of a job aiding Sean in that situation. Shane is here handling things on the women's side and helping us out. Sean is over at Highland Park where the men's varsity is taking place. Also want to give a shout out to the staffs respectively at Leisure Lanes, High Five Lanes, where the men's and women's JV divisions are taking place respectively here at the Leatherneck Classic. Again, Illinois State, Iowa State, Morningside, and Columbia College. The 2 teams are 4 teams that will end the day on the feature pair here. So we've got, looks like we've got all of our lineups that we need. Again, want to thank the coaches as well as Sean and Shane for coming up with the idea and to aid us in getting lineups. That is one thing that we try to do our best with, especially early on in regards to the events we've done so far. If Sean doesn't mind, what I'm going to do is I want to take a blank and I'm going to take a blank copy of this lineup sheet and take it everywhere with me for the rest of the season. And request that the coaches do the same thing every single time we go to an event. So thanks, Sean Walker.
Sean,
how was your trip?
How was my trip here?
No. I mean, just got back to your seat. So how was your trip out of the
it was great. I was like, wait, what?
I did cut you off. You were about to say great things about Sean.
No, Sean, I am super impressed. I will say that. Tom Hess stopping by. Say hello. An animated bowler. Tom Hess. Iowa legend.
Yeah, probably not too far of a. Where is Tom Hess from?
I feel like his daughter or somebody bowls for St. Ambrose.
His daughter Megan does bowl for St. Ambrose. He or his wife Sue are just about at every St. Ambrose event.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. I've seen them at least 3 times.
I want to say Tom might be from like the Waterloo area. I'm not going to swear, but it sticks in my brain.
If only there was a place.
And lo and behold, there is.
We could look that up.
The interweb.
Says,
the World Wide Web.
According to PBA.com, for Tom is a member, and he's from Granger. But
Iowa?
I want to say that Urbandale.
Oh, no, that is right. Urbandale is where he used to live, actually. That is right. You are correct. A name I grew up hearing all the time, obviously being originally from the Midwest, from Kansas City.
Splits have been converted at a pretty good rate. As Chris mentioned over on, just had another one recently on lane 40. Frame ago or so. Right now, just trying to.
This last game, we're going to see who makes some moves this last game.
Trying to get on through. Get to game 6. Hopefully we won't have too many issues tomorrow, but we'll have to see what's happening in regards to connectivity.
And I'm locking you in the bowling center. Just kidding.
Well, it's funny you said that.
I'll bring you food and water, though. I
am generally someone who, if I don't feel confident in a situation, especially on a Saturday, right? There's issues. And depending on, what may or may not have been fixed or attempted to be fixed or whatever, then I'll tend to stay until it's fixed. I don't know. That probably won't happen today just because, but a good example of that at Mid-States. Our good folks over at West Acres. They made some changes. And they had their ISP, their internet service provider, actually come in and they assessed some things. And it turns out they had an older modem.
Okay.
And so they were going to replace it after our day of competition had completed. And so, of course, I didn't want to leave the building knowing that they were going to put in a new modem.
Absolutely.
And that would mean it might work when we get in the morning. It may not. So I stayed. It took a little longer than they initially anticipated, but because the technician put the new modem in at first, it didn't jive with all of the access points in the building. I had to change it, put a newer one, but a different type of model, and that one's intended to work, and all was well.
So what you're saying is you're going to be on a cot tonight?
No. No, not tonight.
You're like, we're gonna figure this out.
I'm gonna ask, see if there's anything possible, and
that
then
we can do.
depending on the answers, that'll be that.
All right. I mean, that's all we can really do, honestly. Let's see. Mom and Dad of Sydney Hansen. If I can get over there, I will make sure to relay your message. They are in front of us right now.
Well, hello, Mom and Dad. Mom and Dad Hansen. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you tuning in.
It's like an Umbot moment. Hansen, come on.
Wow. Ooh.
You said you like to break into songs.
You were talking about age, so I think you just showed it right there.
A little bit. It's okay. It's okay. I'm like fine wine.
Oh, look out now. It's a family show, by the way.
It's a family show. LFW. That's a hashtag actually.
LFW?
LFW.
What does that mean?
Like fine wine.
That's a hashtag.
It's a hashtag.
Wow.
You've never seen the hashtag?
No.
You can ask Leanne
No.
Holzenberg,
She would be in that category.
Carolyn
Absolutely.
Dorn-Ballard.
Yes, she would.
Anne-Marie Dugan.
Absolutely.
Ask them all.
I
will.
I definitely would agree there.
They proudly wear that hashtag. I'm just trying to be as great as them actually one day.
I think we all are.
I'll tell you what.
Those are great individuals, players to want to certainly be like. Speaking of that, did you have a player that you wanted to be like, that you aspired to be like when you started bowling?
Growing up, I mean, I looked at a player like Leanne, who, I mean, her game is just great. And Carolyn, both of them. There's a moment that that always sticks out in my brain for Carolyn. I would say probably Carolyn of anybody. But it's a moment of her. She strikes and she's like double fisting, like yes. It's just an iconic moment. I remember, and I have a feeling that might be her Hall of Fame portrait once she's inducted into the PWA Hall of Fame. Because Tennille did an amazing job when she did the portraits for this class. The first class, obviously, after the PWA is back. And I said it to her after they were done. I said, I love the fact that these are like the moments that you remember. This is the image of them that you remember. She's like, that's exactly what I was going for. And I got it right away because there are just images that you just know of these ladies from their bowling careers. But probably Carolyn. I got compared to Carolyn at one point.
Well, that's high praise right there.
I was very shocked by it.
How about that?
But, yeah, definitely, a moment where you're like, huh, that's pretty awesome. What about you? Is there somebody you wanted to be like?
I don't know if I wanted to be like this person, but I did. They were my favorite bowler. It was Walter Ray.
Walter Ray.
Yeah, Williams.
Deadeye. Who is now trying the two-handed approach to bowling.
Yeah, we saw a little bit at the US actually a couple weeks ago. I didn't attempt to be like him per se as a bowler, but he was definitely my favorite. And I don't know if it was because he won a lot.
I mean, that's why I would like to be.
I think it was kind of twofold. That and also, and I've told the story before, but if you recall, the Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling game for PlayStation back in the day. I got you, Chris. Haven't forgot this time. Last week I did forget, and I knew I would forget. I'm going to wait a couple more frames. We'll just call it frame 5. Keep my trusty connectivity indicator is blinking at me, so it's probably telling me you should go ahead and do it pretty soon, but just in case something happens and you can't do it. Anyway, Walter Ray struck a lot, but the Brunswick Circuit Pro Bowling game, his name on the game was W.R. Williams Jr. They used the first two initials. And so when I would create my player as a fellow Williams Jr.,
yes,
I would go E.A. Williams Jr. My middle name is Anthony. So I would do the same thing. And so that was my guy.
That was your guy.
Yeah,
I mean, that
my
seems
guy.
like a pretty good reason to kind of root for the guy.
I agree.
Nobody has my name or anything close to my name, so I can't really have that. I've learned.
Not yet. Might get there.
This is true. But Chris, to go back to what you said, 39 and 40 right now. We are in the 4th frame. A little rough start for a couple of the players on Iowa State's team. And on 41 and 2, we are starting the 4th frame. That's more in Columbia College. And you're right, I should have a chance to win a t-shirt, but Emil is telling me no.
I told you could hit the button.
He's putting his foot down.
Everyone can submit their entry.
It's just going to get thrown out if I win it. It's fine. It's fine.
Let's go ahead and knock that out, actually. Just
Okay.
get that done. So, see a giveaway opportunity in just 1 second. But before we do that, I do want to let you know that, oh, maybe I can get there. Maybe not. There we go.
Uh-oh. Okay.
While everyone is checking out Bowl TV, don't forget to check out my main man, Rod Ross.
Mr. Ross.
And his video series called The Video Room. Rod breaks down several players, Team USA, and some of the top players in the country. And only the way that Rod can do it.
True.
If you've seen any of his series now, I think you'll kind of understand what I'm saying. Rod, a very unique voice as well, so I'd love to have a conversation with Rod about everything. So be sure to check out Rod Ross, Team USA head coach, USBC Gold coach on Bowl TV.
And you are right, Chris. I do have a mic now. I can't go rogue just yet. I'd like to be invited back. So I'm going to defer to Mr. here next to me.
One rule of thumb here would be that listening to Chris Pulliam will get you in trouble. But we appreciate Chris.
Good to know. Good to know.
He's always one of our favorite individuals. So here's what we're going to do, folks. We are going to start the giveaway. And then while we're doing that, Shannon is going to read some new standings because we do have a fresh set after Game 5.
A little bit of a shakeup here after Game 5. Moving into the top spot, Midland University.
How about that?
How about that? St. Xavier still in second. Midland's at 49-11. St. Xavier still in second, 48-77. Lindenwood moving up to third from fourth, 48-57. And Wichita State falling to number 4, 48-28. St. Ambrose University in fifth, 47-92. They made a jump from ninth after Game 4. Mount Mercy in sixth, 47-59. St. Francis, Illinois in seventh, 10. Grandview University, 46-73 in eighth. Robert Morris University, Illinois in ninth at 46-69. And Newman University jumping into that top 10 at 46-17. A little bit of a shakeup. Wichita's led through the first 4 games today. Not really sure what they shot, but it was not a strong game for them, obviously, falling to fourth. So we're going to see how they finish this day and if they can get back on track and stay obviously in the top 5, but definitely see if they can move back up. So it's a pretty strong game for Midland, actually.
Don't forget, folks, hit submit entry. Now's your time. Now's your chance. Submit entry. Just a few seconds remain to do so. Again, one person at random will be drawn to win a Bowl TV Collegiate T-shirt, and we'll know that in just a few seconds who that person will be. Well, congratulations to AC21 Bauer. That is the parents of Sydney Hansen. So congratulations.
You brought them. I think she brought you luck today.
How about that?
How about that? Congratulations.
So please be on the lookout for an email from our marketing team. They'll be in contact with you to
41-2, moving into frame 5 of this last game. Columbia College actually very strong start. Looks like just one hole in the first, well, 2 holes in the first 4 frames, but everyone else is clean. And their anchor bowler is on a turkey. We'll see if she can step up in this 5th frame and take a look quickly at their lineup. Haley Collins is leading Columbia College in the first position. She's from Springfield. Ashley Westbrook from Bethalto, Illinois. Katie Leonard, Omaha, Nebraska. Rachel Duran from Farmington Hills, Michigan. And rounding out their top, or their 5th and final spot is the anchor, Caitlin Fisher from Springfield, Missouri. Nice strong start at College in this last game. Going on 41 with them, Morningside College, led by Allison Dudley from Andover, Minnesota. Emma Saunier from Sioux City, Iowa. Madison LeGrand from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Brooke Baumgars from Sioux City, Iowa. And their anchor is Lexi Schrader from Lamars, Iowa. Morningside actually also a very strong start as well. A couple holes this first 5 frames, but overall, girls trying to stay clean. 8 spare, 9 spare, some strikes up on the board.
Yes, indeed. Free T-shirt. And again, we'll have one more giveaway tomorrow. It will be closer, I think, to the end of the bracket.
End of the bracket or the end of the baker?
End of the bracket.
End of the bracket. Okay. All right.
I'm curious too, Chris. I can't say I haven't seen the new T-shirts. In fact, I don't know if this is good or bad, but it's good when I see them on social media because I've seen a couple of individuals like Chris. Ashley Galante has worn one on I've seen her wear one on social media as well, up in promotion. So we appreciate that.
Columbia College's anchor, Caitlin Fisher from Springfield.
Nice game going, huh?
Yeah. Spare 4-bagger. I'll take that any day.
So we are about complete with the first block of a college bowling event. When was the last time you actually just watched college, like a regular event?
A couple of years actually ago. It's been a while. Heather DeRico, who's from Rochester, New York, was coaching. It was a brand new team up that way, and they actually got together with a couple other schools from Long Island to do a tournament at a center on Long Island, and I had happened to stop by to say hi and see them, and It was my first collegiate tournament in a while, actually, that I was actually able to sit and watch. One we practiced for the high school is also where Adelphi practices, and Adelphi is a program up there. So it's kind of good for my kids to see, I think. It's a way for us to give them a reference point to be like, this is what they're doing. This is why we make you shoot spares. Look at what they're doing. But definitely, that was the last time I think I literally have sat and watched a collegiate event almost from start to finish in one day. Saw some good bowling. Saw some not so good bowling. Those girls had never really bowled before, though, but the schools were putting money into the program and wanting to start them, so it was kind of interesting to see the aspect of it. But so, yeah, that was probably the last time.
All right, and so through 5.5 games, basically, at this point, give us your thoughts, opinions on just kind of what you've seen overall and maybe the collegiate landscape and where we are right now, 2019, and with 2020 on the horizon, and maybe even compare it to what obviously you experienced when you were bowling.
What do I see? 2020 looming. I am excited, actually. I will say that. I think I said it earlier, to see this many schools have programs, schools that did not have programs when I was in school. So it's, I think that's an exciting for collegiate bowling in general. I think it's going to be around, obviously, for a very, very long time. Also, I think great to see other schools come out and be successful. I think for so long, especially when I was in school, you had the top 3 or 4 women's programs that were really, really strong. Wichita, obviously, Nebraska, Lincoln, Morehead State, actually, at the time. Those were the schools that routinely were very, very strong year to year to year. So to see other schools right now that have newer programs or younger programs step up and be successful against those schools is kind of exciting, actually. Moves the talent around a little bit. It gives girls more opportunity, girls more options. You're not just going to try to make the team at this one school. You can go to a school, even like a Vanderbilt, which is, I know, is an NCAA school, but you can go to a school and get an opportunity to bowl and start and become a better bowler and make them a powerhouse, per se, with that experience. I think with time, they're only going to get better. Obviously, coaches are going to become better coaches. They're going to see more things. They're going to have that experience. So it's exciting to see the growth of collegiate bowling in the last few years.
That's good.
Yeah, a future for the sport.
Because you've got a few more events to do.
So we'll see. We'll see. I like it. So far, it's been good. I mean, you definitely see some newbies, some girls that hopefully over time take what they see and become better. As I said, it's a game of follow the leader at times. So hopefully they take that and build on it each event that they do bowl. But it's always also nice to see, you know, the Wichitas that are seasoned programs, seasoned veteran programs in the mix, obviously, and if they can jump back up into the lead or in top 2, you're going to show why that they are the schools that they are and the programs that they are. So and this is your what? This is your 3rd year doing collegiate? Second year? I feel like it's the 3rd, but I know we talked a little bit about this yesterday.
2016, I came in right at the tail end of the collegiate season.
Okay.
So one of my first events, actually my first event, I think, was ITCs that year.
Okay.
So
how has it changed for you?
A lot of what you just talked about, especially with the new institutions, the schools who've added collegiate bowling to you know, their athletic offerings at their respective schools. The ability to, I think players are better overall, I think, in my opinion. And I think it goes to, we say this about like at junior gold, where youth players are a bit more advanced, as opposed to, a decade ago, right?
Absolutely.
With, coaching has advanced, therefore junior players have advanced. They have a decent to great understanding of equipment and ball motion. There's a lot more resources available for young athletes to be successful.
Absolutely.
And I think we see a lot of those things carry on to college bowling now. So those junior gold athletes are now taking those same opportunities and elements. And
I think they're better younger.
Correct.
If that makes sense.
100%.
I would never in a million years have imagined seeing some of the kids that I've seen on the junior gold shows being as good as they are at the age that they are. I mean, I started bowling when I was 3, but I can tell you I was nowhere near that level at some of these kids' ages. Obviously, I grew up in a slightly different time of competitive bowling, but you definitely see the kids that are better younger. I think it's good to see for the girls. I also think you're seeing a more athletic group of kids, if that makes sense. Just because I think more programs it is more about being an athlete. I think it's looked to in a different way than it was, obviously, even when I was in school. We worked out 4 days a week with the program and had a fitness routine as well as a bowling routine for practice. We spent time in the lanes, and we spent time in our the gym that was on campus. But I think definitely you're seeing, I think overall, a more athletic group.
I would agree there too. The time that people put in to be athletes, time that the players put in, the coaching staff, to be athletes, to be well-rounded,
absolutely,
is a bit different, I think. And it's fun to see. It's fun to watch. Speaking of athletes, the Wichita State men's team is rolling in after they completed competition over at Highland, and going to watch the finale where the Wichita State girls are. But yeah,
I think going back to the athletic part of it, I think also you're going to see more girls that are multi-sport athletes. I remember many of the girls that I bowled collegially with, like, that's all they did was bowl. But a prime example of that is Hope Gramley, I believe is her last name, from McKendree. She's an amazing volleyball player, but also a great bowler, and is able to do both at McKendree. I think it benefits student athletes in a lot of ways to be multi-sport athletes, and maybe not necessarily in college. It is a little tougher in college, in high school especially, to where they're not just focusing on one sport. I know there's been studies about that. There's been articles written about that, about why it's important to have two-sport athletes or multi-sport athletes. But it's definitely, I think it's important, and I think you're going to see a little bit more of that in the coming years.
Good discussion.
I like it. What else did you play? Did you do other sports in high school? I don't think I knew that.
I did not. I was I considered. Well, I kind of tried out for basketball. Then I had a little injury during the tryout session. So I was like, well, that's kind of done. So, I knew I wanted to bowl.
No baseball, football.
That's
nothing?
the one sport that if I could go back and do some things over, just from the kid perspective, I would give baseball a try. I love baseball. I love watching, going to games, etc. Understand the game.
I mean, your height would have made you
I've never played
awesome
the game.
at, especially as a pitcher.
Never played the game, and I'm a bit. It kind of disappoints me slightly.
Okay.
I really want my son actually to play baseball.
Okay.
Not because I did not play, but mainly because baseball is a great sport.
Absolutely.
And you know, he should just have that opportunity. And their earning potential is pretty high as well.
See, and I would go a different route with that. I grew up playing volleyball. I played basketball. I ran track. I think part of me ran track, A, to stay in shape for basketball, but B, because my sister was such a good runner growing up. But I would go back and play golf. I love golf.
I would second that.
I love golf. I don't play it as much as I should. Obviously, I work in the banking industry. That's obviously my main job. I'm a mortgage banker, loan originator, if you will.
So if someone needs a loan,
in the tri-state, give me a call.
Okay.
New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. I am your girl. Doesn't matter where in those 3 states. But if you need one in the Midwest, I got a really good, awesome person for you as well. But yeah, give me a call. You're in the tri-state. You need a loan. Flash my number on the screen. I'm kidding.
This would be the opportunity to do that. I am going to flash your name because just to make sure people know who's in the booth. But continue.
Oh no, definitely. I would go back and play golf in a heartbeat. I think we had one girl that I remember my freshman year played on the golf team, and then we didn't have any other ones that I know of. And I really truly wish I would have gone back and gotten into it earlier. I got into it after college, and just recently actually played an outing with my boss. But I love it, and a lot of people think golf and bowling go hand in hand in so many ways. The mental aspect of it, obviously, playing against something you can't necessarily see, but I do love golf, and I would go back and play golf in a heartbeat. So
I would go with golf as well. Football was another one that I didn't play, but if you ask me. I was the best football player ever to not play football.
Okay. I used to joke with my freshman year in high school. He was a Hall of Fame coach, literally in Kansas. I used to joke. I was like, I'll be a tackle for you. It meant something way different. Like, I was being very funny with it, but I love football. Football is I can't necessarily I'm the best football player that's never played football.
That's what I'm going to say about myself. Mainly, specifically at the wide receiver position, and I'm basing this.
I was thinking more tight end because your height. Like I think of Tony Gonzalez. They're all very. I mean, receivers are tall too, but
I feel like I've never probably. Well, I shouldn't say that. It was a struggle for me to put on weight.
Okay.
When I was in high school, it's different when you are focused on strength and conditioning.
Versus,
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Eating it, etc. But. I feel like during that time the tight end position was more traditional.
Okay.
Yeah. Still.
I could see that.
90-10 in blocking versus receiving, as opposed to kind of what it's morphed into now from the hybrid position where, it's 70% pass catching, 30% blocking. This is just talking.
Absolutely.
And if there's any football coaches out there, please, by all means,
chime in.
Throw in the proper stats. Just basing it on what I see. But
yes.
I was a wide out. Well, I would have been.
In your mind.
8th grade.
In your mind, you were a wide out.
So 7th and 8th grade, I was out there on the playground. Pre recess and all this other stuff, right? Just make plays. I was just catching everything, and I made one catch, and you can tell I get excited, right? Mm-hmm. One catch that would be similar to. An outfielder robbing a home run.
Okay.
It was similar to that, except the touchdown, so to speak, where we had our cone set up. Yep. It was like this fence, and there was a ball that was I don't know how I caught it.
Was it like an Odell Beckham one-handed?
It was like that, over the fence.
Over
and
the
I brought
fence
the
coming
football back with one hand. And from that moment, man, I could do this.
And this was before cameras on
cell
phones.
Yeah, I have no proof.
So in your mind, this is what happened. Are we sure this is what happened?
I mean, I could probably call up a few people from 8th grade, and they might be able to,
I like it, though. I like it.
Be able to bring some truth to my story.
I mean, because now we need the truth, because, you were set on that story earlier.
You're right. I did say that we demolished the Boilermaker Classic.
I mean, Inch or a mile.
And sounds like, according to College Bowling, it was only 19 pins.
19 pins, but I mean,
I'm
what a big 19 pins that
honestly,
is, though.
here's what I am going to do. I'm gonna talk to some of the guys who are on that team.
Should we call it Shay?
And I'm going to say, like, seriously, didn't
we kill it?
Win?
I should text Shay. Be like, Shay, do you remember this tournament? Because
I am a little kind of off base about that one, but 8th frame here on both 39, 40, 41, and 42. In fact, 9th frame on 39 and 40. Let's give a quick rundown of the lineups just one more time. So we know that one person in particular, well, two people, specifically Ms. Hansen from Iowa State.
yes,
Not only is she
sir.
bowling, but her parents have won a Bolt TV Collegiate T-shirt. So
Yes.
shout out to Hansons. But for Illinois State, Helen Gregson, Morgan McCann, Courtney Kimmel, Melissa Mutters, and Maria Creaky. Your 5 players for the Illinois State Redbirds.
And on Iowa State, shout out to Iowa State. My friend's daughter played ball at Iowa State. A little Cyclone action. We start the lineup with Abby Reynolds, followed by Kaylee Shirley. Sydney Hansen, as we mentioned before, is in the 3 spot right now. Dea Tracy from Bettendorf, Iowa. Their anchor is Haley Adder. I think that's correct, from LaSalle, Illinois. LaSalle's not too far from here, I don't think. I think I remember passing LaSalle on the way from Chicago. Not too far away. So that is your 5-person lineup for Iowa State in their 9th frame right now. Rough game for them, but we'll see how they finish up this last 2 frames.
And on 41 and 42, Morningside, and they have got a decent chance to really finish strong here. And right now, their anchor player will start at the bottom, Lexi Schroeder, from Iowa. At the top, Allison Dudley, Emma Saunier, Madison LeGrand, Brooke Baumgars, and Lexi Schroeder.
And they are bowling with Columbia College on 42, led by Haley Collins from Springfield, Ashley Westbrook in the 2-hole, Katie Leonard in the 3 spot, Rachel Duran from Farmington, Michigan in the 4 spot, and their anchor, I believe, is Caitlin Fisher. I'm going to make sure I said it correctly. Nope.
Looks like a typo. I'm gonna say that's Caitlin.
Caitlin? Okay.
Or
I hate mispronouncing people's names, so I just want to make sure I say it correctly.
in this business, it's something you don't want to do. Obviously,
Absolutely not. I don't want to get the hate mail. My first tournament out. Trust me, people mispronounce my name so often, and I don't understand.
I was gonna say, I think it's possible.
You would be surprised that, well, I will say most people look at it so quickly that they don't see the N, they see an R, because Sellers is much more common.
Oh, okay.
But Sellens, I'm one of a kind. It is not a very common name. It's English. It's not very common, though, and I am related to all of them, actually, in the country, as we've learned. My mother's very big into genealogy. So I haven't met another Sellens yet, other than my brother and sister.
My name is often mispronounced, and
Your first name? Other than Emil.
Well, technically that's not correct either.
How do you pronounce
Technically, you say the E.
Uh-huh.
So it is kind of how it's spelled.
Emil?
Yes.
That's
so
how I say it.
Long E,
Oh.
Emil.
Emil.
Yes.
Oh. I say Emil, and that's not actually how you
That's,
okay,
that's,
so
that's
Emil.
not
Okay.
that's not. Emil also is one that I get often, which is generally accepted, but it's also not correct. The ones brutal where I just have to say something generally are Emil.
I would say Emil. That's what I was going to go with.
Emil and Amel are just
Emil?
really,
Yeah.
really tough ones for me.
Sometimes I feel like it's like you can tell the people who are genuinely saying it incorrectly because they just don't know. but then I feel like there's also people who just say it incorrectly because they're too lazy to legitimately understand.
That's funny.
No, that is actually correct.
So I'm going to say it's Caton Fisher.
Well, I apologize. I have said Caitlin twice.
That's a pretty cool name.
Caton?
If we are indeed saying it properly.
Yes.
I like Caton. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like. Different, but not too different.
Shout out to
from
Kate.
like, you know, your standard Katies.
Correct.
Of the world.
Devin Bidwell in attendance. So where is Columbia College in the standings?
They are.
You have the most recent sheet over there?
I do. They are in 21st after 5.
Tell you what, I mean, the way it's going right now, and still plenty of, well, not plenty of time, I should say, but a few frames to get some things done. I mean, we've seen big jumps today, right?
Absolutely.
And if you are in 21st, you know, if they can manage, and it looks like they're going to get there. I don't want to jinx them because I'm good at that. But if they can get to, I'm going to say 10-20.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be at least a 5 to 7.
Oh, absolutely. If not more right now,
if not more.
Especially this part of the day where the lanes have really transitioned and you're seeing some girls really struggle. I definitely think that could be even more.
Especially with the way we've seen kind of teams elect to play the lanes late. Like, I'm still kind of shocked just watching Lindenwood play the lanes, but it was clearly the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
Specifically for that squad.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anyone else could have done what they were doing. And we had that combo as well, but you know, being able to play in the middle part of the lane. We are going to be done the feature pairs early, so we'll probably turn the camera to either pair. We'll see what's happening.
The left or the right. Yeah, they're only in the 7th frame, it looks like, on 37 and 8. Same with 43 and 4. So a couple frames behind these two featured pairs. Starting up the 10th frame on 41 and 2. First couple bowlers are done on 39 and 40 already, so we will see what we have going on.
.16 for Helen Gregson. And Illinois State and I think Iowa State both true examples of a club team.
Yes.
For all intents and purposes. When I think Illinois State, this might be my first time actually seeing Iowa State.
Yeah, I don't remember ever obviously seeing them before. They did not have a program per se when I was in school that I know of. Young team. I mean, I hope that it's something that they can really start to build on. And
I feel like I saw I had someone I knew actually went to Illinois State at one point or another, competing from the Chicagoland area. That's about 2 hours, 2 and some change from Chicago, right down 55. Then for Morningside, as they are going to finish on 41. There'll be a 160 up top, but still with 220, 20, 190, 190. So the 10-20 won't be in the cards.
it's still not a terrible game considering. I mean, the first bowler really only had one hole. Just didn't strike very much. Only struck a couple times a game with a split. It's always tough.
I just realized, 10-20, we were specifically discussing that with regard to Columbia.
Yes.
And them moving up. They still have an opportunity to get to.
Have some room, yes, absolutely. Their anchor bowler is on a turkey. .198 for their leadoff Haley Collins from Springfield, Missouri.
Don't forget, folks, tomorrow's schedule. If I remember where to look for it. It was here. We've done some mixing and matching of paper and folders.
You got a lot of paper in that folder.
They do. The schedule was here, though.
I feel like it might be on that side, actually, with the papers that you had handed me.
Uh-oh.
Got it?
I've lost the schedule.
That's it. You're not in charge anymore.
But I believe
I'm taking over.
8 o'clock is what time we begin.
That's early.
I think that schedule is with you somewhere in your stack of papers.
Okay. I'm going to look really quickly. I think you are incorrect, though. I do not have it.
You don't have it either.
I
Okay.
don't have it either.
Oh, there it is. It's at the bottom of another piece of paper.
Aha.
So tomorrow we do begin at 8:15 a.m.
Practice 8:15.
Practice at 8:15. Competition begins at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
The bracket will begin approximately at 12:30, and we will try to cover as many matches as we possibly can. We'll at least have one.
Baker moves so fast. It's seems like it's such a short time. 16 Baker games though goes really fast.
We will. Yeah, it does. And according to this, and that's the thing with time kind of built in
Just in case.
on the back end in case. But that should go by relatively quickly. And again, we'll try to bring in at least one match for sure throughout. And I mean, there's 4 matches in the first round. It'll be 2 semis. We'll try to get you both of those. We'll at least have one for sure. And then obviously the championship, which we will have also.
We're also going to get a look at about 8 more teams that we didn't see today, I believe. So that's going to be, we can hit almost everybody. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, we can actually run through that as well, based on our nice schedule and crossing patterns that Shane and Sean came up with. So St. Ambrose, Baker University, and right now Midland will hold on to the lead. We'll see the leader tomorrow morning as well, along with Minnesota State Mankato. So St. Ambrose, the defending champion at the event. Baker University, a team in your kind of former neck of the woods, if
Absolutely.
you will. Midland could be leading, and I'm guessing they're going to probably be in the top 5 no matter what. And Minnesota State Mankato. Games 5 through 8 tomorrow. Augustana College, Kansas Wesleyan, who won the Mid-States Championships. St. Xavier, who, still in – where's St. Xavier in the latest? Still in second? Yep. St. Xavier's been in second throughout the day most of the time, and Judson University. Games 9 through 12 will have William Penn, Wichita State, College of St. Mary's, and Kansas. And the final Baker set will feature Lincoln Memorial, Wisconsin Whitewater, Davenport, and Hawkeye. So it's basically when we get to game or the final Baker set is when
Start to double
the
up.
rotation
Yeah.
flips. And that is very rare. I've been doing this a long time. And rarely do you get a chance to see just about every team in an event.
So again, shout out to Shane and Sean.
Especially with when there's one channel, for example.
Yes.
There's just a couple of featured pairs. So that is excellent work. All done on 39-40. Appreciate Illinois State and Iowa State.
Illinois State shooting 773. Iowa State 635.
Illinois
Game.
and Chicago.
I do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. I correlate numbers in a really weird way. So that's actually very funny that you just said that. I always laugh. My office number, like the area code on Long Island for Nassau County, is 516, and my cell phone is still an 816 number because I'm from Kansas City. So many people think that it's like a typo when they look at my business card, or they don't answer the phone when I call because they don't realize that I'm who I am. So I have to always leave a message, and then they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Or they try to dial it, like I said, and they think it's a typo. I'm like, nope. It is correct. All right, so we are finishing up also on 41 and 2. Still get to 10-20.
It's out there.
10-20 if Columbia anchor Kaiten Fisher. If she can throw all three in the 10th, definitely can get to 10-20. Let's see where she's at. Ooh, 6-10 for her. Still going to go plus if she spares it, though. So that's a big game for Columbia College. Big game, especially last game of the day. What a way to end the day, you know? Always nice to end it on a nice positive note.
Yeah, without question. And looking at the Columbia score, that's how Midland's Bill Holbrook, he kind of described it. So there was one game in each of their games early on where they were just trying to overcome. And at least one player center seemed to have a struggle game every game, and weren't able to put kind of all five together at the same time. And now, obviously, I'm guessing that they were able to do that.
Absolutely.
Because they've made their way into the lead. Speaking of Midland, it looks like, they've got a player on the front. 7?
Oh, they are here to our right, aren't they? I for some reason thought they were to our left right now, but yeah, looks like it. Front 7.
Without looking, I'm just going to guess that Miss Goldfinch, that she's one of the top players in the country.
This will be interesting to see how they finish up. Columbia College finishing with 10:04, it looks like.
Nice game.
Big 230 from their anchor bowler, Kaiten Fisher.
How much of Midland we can actually get. We'll also get a little bit of Ambrose and Lindenwood.
You're very skilled at this, Emil. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, not my first time.
Not your first rodeo.
I am going to...
Anchor bowler for Midland's up. Oh. Leaves a 10 pin. Looked like the ball went a little high. It looks like she almost 7-10, but the 7 fell a little late, so...
Midland is on a pair, looks like, I believe, with Hastings.
Yes, Hastings College.
So a little bonus coverage here while we have a chance to bring you again. We're looking at Wood and St. Ambrose on 43 and 4. St. Ambrose, the defending champions here in the women's division, the varsity side, and to their right is Midland, who is currently leading in the overall standings, and Hastings College. Again, we will see Midland and St. Ambrose on the feature pairs tomorrow, but you get a little sneak peek here early.
Good spare there from
Not
Midland's
sure who
anchor.
that is. It's not Candace Goldfinch, though.
I'm not going to attempt to figure out who it is.
I'm not sure.
Just because, or even guess at this point, because I do not know the girls on that team. But big, strong start for their anchor bowler in this last game. See if they can finish it out. Looks like Hastings may be struggling a little bit this game.
So the majority of what you see will be LU and St. Ambrose. Actually, you'll see St. Ambrose get to finish because they will be closest to the camera. But good shot there from Quintero. That's a tough one. Her facial expression really said it all. That basically, how did that 10-pin stand? It's terrible. Oh.
Some things you just cannot explain.
Indeed. I believe that Columbia College, by the way. That's check where they are. I know that was a Columbia College in Missouri.
It is in Missouri.
Okay.
Yes. I'm almost 100% positive it is.
That was them. That is correct.
Fun fact about Columbia College and how I correlate it to things. When I was in high school, we always had a volleyball camp down there every single year. But it's down just south of Kansas City on your way to Columbia, I want to say, like kind of southeast. Kind of in the Bible Belt of Missouri, if you will. Ninth frame for Lindenwood and St. Ambrose. All right, good spare there for is that Serenity?
Yes. Coming up on 6 o'clock Central Time. How you feeling with the time change? You good?
Good. It's only an hour, which is nice. Although, with this daylight savings time thing, feels like it's 10 o'clock every time I look outside, and it's only 4 half the time. But how do you feel, though? I mean, you have a child now. How's that working for you? Because I feel like most parents really hate daylight savings time. I don't have children. I have a dog. I have Brady the Beagle. # Brady the Beagle. If you're friends with me on any of my social media, you will randomly get to see Brady the Beagle posts. He likes to sleep though, so I'm lucky.
Okay.
He's a snorer. So this whole time change does not affect him. But how you doing with that?
I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, I think the
Would your
time
wife say
change-
the same thing? Probably not.
Probably not. I'm decent.
Yeah.
The time change happened. I was in Atlanta when it happened, so I felt instantly better that I did get an extra hour last weekend, especially after the week and a half or so, just after the U.S. Open.
Yes.
Went right into Atlanta, so I was very happy to get an extra hour
Okay.
of sleep.
I never complain about getting an extra hour of sleep. So for me, it doesn't even matter that it feels like it's 10 o'clock when it's 4 o'clock. If I get an extra hour, I'm super excited.
Our son is not quite sleeping through the night yet, but getting there, getting closer. Although he had a little accident,
Little incident.
if you will, on Thursday night, where he was just being fussy. I told you this story yesterday, but he's being fussy. He just ate, and it was kind of unusual, and to the point where we just couldn't quite figure out what's the problem. You know, like something's wrong, but all things point to being A-okay. Just kept going and kept being fussy.
Until it happened.
Until it happened. And I was on my way to, we should get another bottle. Because he also had the point where he's eating a lot.
Oh, yes.
And so I'm like, okay. Well, then, before I could even get out of the room, my wife said, I actually don't remember the words she said. They may or may not even be for television. But looked around, and the way she was holding him suggested that
something was not quite.
Something had gotten on her. And sure enough, our son was being fussy because he was trying to get it out.
Yep.
And he did.
And he did, finally.
Everywhere.
Okay. See, these are the things that like make me feel a teensy bit better about not having children because these are things I don't necessarily have to deal with.
Yeah, but you're missing out. I should say that. Like, it's an experience.
I will.
And if you at some
not
point
deny
would
it.
like to have that experience, then hopefully you'll be able to have it.
You
But
never know, but so far.
I'll be happy to tell you all about my experiences until we get to that point. But, so, yeah, needless to say, we had to toss the comforter in the washer real quick. And he got an immediate bath. Immediate bath.
Head to toe.
This was not a let's get the wipes situation.
Nope.
This was.
You need to full on.
This young man needs to be submerged in some water right now.
Lots of soap, a washcloth or two.
Yes.
So no, I have a lot of experience with nieces, nephews, cousins. I have 19 first cousins.
Wow.
11 of which are younger than me. So when I was a kid, I'm a baby person. I will say that. I was in baby heaven when my aunts and uncles had kids. I was always the free babysitter because I would babysit for anybody, anytime. Did not matter. But yeah, through my friends having kids, I have been around it a lot. I've never been peed on. Knock on wood. I'm doing pretty good there. Boy or girl, I have never been peed on while changing a diaper. But
I cannot say the same.
I feel like that's like your christening as
I'm
a
only 3
parent.
months in.
I know. You have to be as a parent at some point peed on. But not going to lie, I might be missing out on a lot at the same time. I feel like there's a few things I'll thank God that have never happened to me.
Indeed.
I've had to deal with some dog issues, so that, second to children, I think. At some point, your child grows up enough to tell you what's wrong. A dog, that is not the case. So we are finishing up on 43-4, St. Ambrose and Lindenwood. Looks like Lindenwood's leadoff bowler, 190. Finally figured out a way to double in that 10th frame to get to 190.
Interesting about pacing because there's a few teams there's a lot of teams who aren't done.
Yes.
With this final game, and our two featured pairs completed earlier.
And I feel like there was, game 2 or game 3, they started a little bit later. We were waiting on some other teams to finish. So they made up a little bit of time. Great shot from Serenity for Lindenwood.
St. Ambrose has in the same part of the lane, I think, as LU at this point. Or am I dead wrong on that? Not as far left.
She looked like she was starting much further left and was going to be much further left, but she definitely laid the ball down further right than I anticipated that shot. Spare this up and get to 180. Oh, nice carry there for Mankato. Clean up in aisle 38, as I like to say sometimes. But they all fell down, so we cannot be upset about that. And we almost had a 5-7-10 on 44. Did you see that?
I did.
You did. That would have been an interesting way to end that game.
Well, ironically, the Lindenwood did leave a 5-7-10. Mid-States, I think it was.
Okay.
It wasn't Serenity. It was another player on the team, but so hopefully they don't have that jinx, 'cause that's not a good jinx.
No, not at all.
To
That
have.
ball just kind of died. Her first shot seemed really good in the 10th, but that shot just did not quite get there. All right. It's 9. 162 for Serenity. Yes, Chris, only though if I have children that can pee on me. Brady's only peed on me once, I will say that. And that was when he was like a puppy. and it was totally my fault because I did not take him outside again. And he was like, "Mom, sorry, tagging." But let's see if St. Ambrose's third bowler can. I was hoping for a strike for her. She was going to have a nice finish there, but she 2-0 right now. You can definitely tell the girls that are struggling to keep the ball on the right side of the head pin. Obviously, the further left you go. Oof, that is a rough miss.
I've been there.
Yeah.
I've been there. Every now and then.
It's true. It's true.
those
We are not all
spares.
perfect.
There's those spares that you.
You're like,
Sometimes you
how
can
did
just
I do
only
that?
help but laugh.
Yeah. No, I think I did that last weekend actually when I was bowling the Bud Light Challenge. I was pretty clean through like 4 games, and or maybe it was 5 games. It wasn't until the last game I missed 2 spares and missed the cut by 7, but I missed a 10 pin, and I'm like off my hand. I missed it by a mile. I'm like, what was I just doing? What was I looking at exactly? Is more or less my question.
I think I've done some things where, would have hit the 5 pin.
Instead of a 10 pin?
Yes. It's Megan Hess. Megan was on a 3-bagger. Yeah, this is bonus coverage here, folks. Our featured pairs were done, about 10 minutes ago, I guess, at this point. Final game. Giving away our Bowl TV t-shirt for the day. We'll give away one more tomorrow.
And since Emil says I can't win it, I hope lots of people tune in to win it.
I hope so as well. And hopefully we'll be able to give a solid show, an opportunity to have some fun. Hopefully they did that today.
Looks like Midland's anchor bowler spared in the 8th and the 9th after having the front 7.
Do you recall what Lindenwood shots when they were on the feature pair? Was it game 5?
I can tell you.
Was it 10:02?
Lindenwood shot 10:02, game 5, yes.
Well, let's see, they're going to give a nice chunk back to the field this game.
Unfortunately, yes, they will, but let's see how their anchor bowler, Mina, is on a turkey. Just threw the first one in the 10th. She's up in the second shot in the 10th. Can punch for 220. Wait, no, I lied, 190. I'm a frame off. My eyes are playing tricks on me. It's actually a really great shot. Great shot from her. Double up in the 10th. 4 in a row now. One more to get to 193, I believe, if she strikes.
She's part of the, I think that's a 5.
Is that a 5?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Part of the 2018 ITC Champions squad. Nice finish.
Great finish. I think it actually is a 3 though, because she had 65 in the 5th and had a 9 spare 8 count, which would put her at 83, and then went spare strike. I think it's 193. I think.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie. I really, it's kind of hard to see on these monitors, but we shall see. It looks like they shot 850.
I'll
So
go with you on the 3.
giving up a pretty good chunk of pins. Almost a whole game, honestly, when you think about it.
They're going to give it back to the field again after shooting 10-02 in Game 5, and they were in third. So the questions of the day will be A, if Midland looks like they are in the 10th frame.
And they are at 9-10, maybe?
Solidly. I'm going to say that Midland probably hangs on to the lead, maybe, but St. Xavier was very close. They were just 44 pins out. St. Xavier is, they're not on this side of the building currently. By the way, for all standings and updates, you'll want to be sure to check out the Leatherneck Facebook page.
And I just took a quick look. They are at 966 after the fourth bowler, Midland. And the anchor bowler is 217 in the 8th with a spare in the 9th. So
and she had the front 7.
Yep. So they can pretty big game this last game. I would almost guarantee that they're going to hold on to that number 1 spot after these 6 games of qualifying. So,
well, let's see. Since we have some time, let's see what we can potentially get on the good old camera.
Seven count in the first shot of the 10th from Midland's anchor bowler, but she's still at 230 already in the 8th and the 9th frame. So spare and a strike puts her at 250.
Okay, see Coach Crawford, bottom left of your screen, just talking and addressing this St. Ambrose squad. Kind of post round, and I'm sure talking about, hey, a couple of quick things maybe that happened that game or what might happen tomorrow. Nice spare.
Great spare. So she is at 244 right now. They are going to be right at over plus, I think. 966 and what, 30? Just right under, even.
Final shot of our coverage here of the day.
Looks like it's the last team's bowling too. So slightly apropos if they are indeed in leading right now.
No.
To be the last team to be bowling.
Okay.
8 count, 252.
That'll do it.
Still a great game for Midland. Obviously jumping into the lead after game 5.
So we'll leave you with a look at, we talked about the banner and what they represent at the event. St. Ambrose, the defending champion. There you see it, 2019. And we'll have them, one of the first teams on our feature pairs in the morning as we begin Baker competition. 16 games of Baker, 4 sets, 4 games each.
Absolutely.
And
the epitome of team bowling tomorrow.
Hi, Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith checking in, probably saying, okay, kids, let's get the heck out of here. And so we're going to follow. So I want to thank everyone who tuned in today. on Bowl TV. Apologize for the technical difficulties, but we got through for the most part.
Absolutely.
Hope for good things tomorrow, but no matter what, we'll be here to help you through it, and we appreciate you tuning in. Congratulations to our Bowl TV Collegiate T-shirt giveaway winner. Again, be on the lookout for that email from the marketing department. I want to thank Shannon Sellens. First time in the books. How'd it go?
First time. I mean, I think it went pretty well. I'm going to hope so. Like I said, I didn't get a cease and desist from JT yet, so we're good.
Well, they probably let you finish both days.
They'll be like, okay, we're going to rethink this decision, but thanks for
finish
coming
both
out.
days. All right. Nice work today. Very
Thank
nice.
you. Thank you. Hope everyone enjoyed it.
Absolutely. So that'll do it for us. So
send your questions. We like answering questions.
you should send questions. Send questions tomorrow.
We like
A
it.
couple people ask. My man Chris always
Absolutely.
does. So for Shannon Sellens, I also want to thank tournament director Sean Walkener, Shane Kern, who was running things here at Big River. Appreciate all of their help as well, and the respective staffs from each and every bowling center. High Five, Leisure Lanes, Highland Park, and Big River. My name is Emil Williams Jr. We will see you in the morning. 8:30 a.m. is when competition will begin. At 8:15 is practice. Those are central times. Until then, this has been a presentation of the 2019 Leatherneck Classic. You watched it live and you watched it only on Bowl TV. We'll see you in the morning.
Have a good night.